Furious is crawling. Gal, them a move on the body, them balling. Electricity just a light up the place. With the boom, 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 up the face. We got the vibes and the vibes is good, good. You know we're rocking in the dark neighborhood. You know the...
From the crossroads of America, we're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. Starting at the 10. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They send a man in motion. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now a give left side. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We got 2nd and 15. From the gun, Stroud. Completed over the middle. Still has some space inside the 35. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
Over.
Here's the handoff. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 28. Finding Collins. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, maybe they gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Blown back gets the handoff. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Going to the ground again on first. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Now Stroud on 3rd and goal. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. Everly's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Downs on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
McCarthy starting off with a throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Colts are ready for the punt. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be Texans football. 1st down, ball at the 36.
On the quick, right?
Man in motion here. Stroud off the play fake. Oh, he makes the catch. Impressive grab, but he should have let it go. They're going to lose yards.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule. The next 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield. And a back who can show off his wheels.
And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Good run gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He throws a bullet to... He's got it inside the 10! And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
They'll try and punch it in. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
One quarter down in this all AFC South contest. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Texans with a chance to score. To the air, Stroud. He's got it. And in for the Houston touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans make it a 10-point ball game. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Back-to-back carries here. And he couldn't do a whole lot there. Minimal yardage picked up to the 27. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Go.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Into traffic, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down, ball at the 36.
Reload.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. He rolls to his... This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Man in motion, headed right. Trying again, following the sack. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. They decline the penalty. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down.
Let's go. Viking 18. Ready.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, Stroud. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Here we go, let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Third and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
Got it. Ready?
First and 10 now from the 30.
Go!
McCarthy throwing here. That one's complete over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. From the red zone now. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
They'll run now on second down. And he only gets this one down to the 9. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with third down and 3.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
All plays on the table here for third and 3. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready?
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll send him over right.
Go.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one splits the uprights. And the Colts cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
All right.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Stroud. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
All right.
They send the tight end in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Colts will take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Second down now, 7 to go. McCarthy looking to throw. He's got time here. Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Let's go now.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Colts at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Unlock Lion. Here we go, set. Ready.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running
Yep.
the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
Ready up.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready. Check go.
Trying again after the pick. McCarthy. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Low, low. Roll, roll, roll.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Motioning him from the slot right.
Go.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
He throws a bullet deep to the... That's grabbed inside the 30. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So second down coming up. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Bronco switch. Ready.
McCarthy trying again on second down. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he drives this forward to the 6. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Here we go. Hot.
Back to the air, McCarthy. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27.
Here we go.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
All right.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. This one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Hand off to the back. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and started game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Set up.
Motioning him from the slot right.
Ready.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Come on. Set. Set, go.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go now.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team on, and they'll send this one away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be their football. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Here we go. Set.
Give now to the running back. By a man, and now he's in the clear. They get 28 out of that play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
All right.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They give it to him again. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 39. Connection made to Dell. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
All right.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans push their lead further to start the half. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Here we go, set. Shot alert, shot alert. Go.
Here's the handoff. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Another carry for him. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, uno.
On play action, here's Stroud. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And this run's limited to a minimal gain up to about the 44. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Completed to Collins. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Juju Brents with the stop.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
He had it for a moment but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended target. So they're left with 4th down here. On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. And this will stick him back a ways. That punt hits and jumps out of bounds near the 14. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready, ready?
McCarthy to throw it. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On the set.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Plowing up the middle. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Go!
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Set, go!
On play action now, McCarthy. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Set,
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down.
set, ready! Ready!
From the shotgun, McCarthy. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's go.
It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. And they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And, boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Look at high, look at high.
Back to throw. Stroud. Caught by Collins on the slant. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. First down, ball at the 36. From the gun, Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. So it'll be second down.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. The Texans set to punt. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the offense ready to head back out onto the field. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Go.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
The give here on 2nd. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Got it. Ready?
Slot man in motion right. Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, ready?
McCarthy to throw for it. He's going to push one deep down the right. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Right up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Taimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This is a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing here. He's looking deep once again. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. The tip definitely broke up that throw. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I mean, you can see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, well, it really alters the course of the ball and makes it so tough to make an adjustment in time.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Come on, set.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. Has it downfield, working the left. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. And that one's unsuccessful.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Back to the air, McCarthy. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Ready. Go.
Throwing off the play fake here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now the Colts leaving the offense out there. They're going to try for 2.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And it's hauled in inside the end zone for 2. That trims the lead just a little bit. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the Texans secure that kick, no problem. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Don't worry.
Stroud off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back-to-back carries here. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They put a receiver in motion here left. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Texans on their way to their 3rd win of the year. Everly's kick is good. And that grows their lead to 12.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Downs on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback if the return comes out to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Forced out to his right. Won't make the play on that one. It hits the deck, incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Go. Go. Go.
McCarthy looking to throw. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Roll. Roll. Set.
Here he is to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And the Texans will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Here we go.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Texans come away with the road win. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Indy.